tell me today, right now, whose birthday it is for the first
June 21st, huh?
Yeah.
First day of summer.
Nice.
Summer, I'm going to say rhymes with dumber.
Okay.
Dumb and dumber.
Okay.
Dumb and dumberer. No, that's That's not quite it. Dumb and
quotable.
dumber. Dan. My name is Dan. I'm going to say Jeff Daniels.
Ooh, no. But you've got the first letter correct. I'll tell you that. This jolly good fellow is very much like Jeff Daniels, an actor. He is a famous actor who is on a Fox television show. But he is more famous for something he did in 2019. Some called it a hoax.
Oh. You know I love that show he was on.
Which is called what?
Empire?
Okay.
I want to say not Jesse.
Which... Let's talk about that because somehow I didn't know. That
really?
Juicy.
Jesse. Yeah.
Yeah, Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett. Happy birthday. Is it Smollett or is it Smollett?
It's Smollett. Smollett.
It's
Like smell it.
Jussie Smollett.
Yeah.
Jussie
Smollett. You thought it was Jesse all this time?
I did. I honest to God, I did. And I think it was just that I heard it more like on the news or TMZ or whatever.
Yeah. You're not much of a reader, you're saying.
Well, no, I'm saying I heard it first, and then when I started seeing it and writing, my brain was probably just like, that says Jesse. Like, I typed it into Wikipedia, and it was like, do you mean Juicy? And I was like, I don't think so.
We should justify our names, Jucky.
Oh, Juicy. I love that. Yours would be like, Dun.
Dun.
Dun? Dun you?
Dun and Jush.
Yeah. Well, I do love that. You know I love that.
Rest in peace, Ryan Dunn. I love that too.
So here's what I know about Jussie Smollett. He's an actor who played the character Jamal on the Fox television series Empire, but perhaps more so than Empire, JS is most famous for a 2019 hoax wherein he paid two Nigerian brothers a total of $3,500 to carry out a staged hate crime in full view of multiple security cameras. The brothers reportedly poured bleach on Smollett, called him homophobic slurs and racial slurs, attacking him with their hands and feet, and putting a white noose around his neck. A full investigation by Chicago police uncovered that the attack was indeed a hoax, finding that the two perpetrators were paid actors hired by Smollett himself. Initial reports of the hate crime had Americans in an uproar. Celebrities came to Smollett's defense, and it even inspired an anti-lynching bill sponsored by Kamala Harris and backed by Cory Booker. The public's reaction swiftly curtailed after discovering the evidence that the hate crime was in fact staged. Following Smollett's sentencing for the crimes of lying to police, Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot said the malicious and wholly fabricated claim made by Mr. Smollett resulted in over 1,500 hours of police work that cost the city over $130,000 in overtime.
Yikes.
The monetary sum of the police overtime was billed to Smollett, the court ruling that he must make the city whole and pay an extra $25,000 fine, plus up to 3 times the cost of the investigation. Now, this really got me thinking about the lies we tell and the harm they do. First of all, it is my belief that there should not be laws against lying, especially to police. It should be expressly legal to tell a lie at any given moment for any reason, regardless of the outcome. Because of this, and in solidarity with Jussie Smollett, I would like to release the stigma of lying, and I would like us to go around and maybe we can all share some of the lies we've told that could potentially have landed us in prison or with felony arrests. So, I'll go first. In the past, I have removed price tags from clearance items at TJ Maxx and put them on full price items, which is retail fraud, punishable offense. But it's insane because you're paying for the item. It's just a different sticker. Which there's no way that like the founding fathers had that in mind when they wrote the Constitution. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they didn't have those kind of adhesives back then, so it would.
Right. Is there anything that you've ever lied about that you could be criminally punished for?
No.
Good.
I took a gun to Jackie's work to go visit her.
Yes, he did do
There
that,
we
and
go.
I believe that was illegal the way you did that for sure. I don't think you had like a concealed carry permit or any kind of permit, probably.
I had a permit to drive a car.
Well, I can remember one time, when I was a teenager, my mom walked by my bedroom. I happened to have the door open. No, it's not what you think. She heard the music coming out of my room. She said, "Oh, is that Electric Ladyland, the Jimi Hendrix Experience?" I said, "It sure is." And she said, "The quality sounds like an MP3. Where did you buy this CD?" And I said, "Oh, I bought it at Walmart or Target." And she said, "Oh, that's good. Can I see the case? I'd be curious to see the case." I said, "Well, no, I have that. I lent my case to my friend." And she didn't know. I went and deleted the history on Kazaa and LimeWire and all that, so she never found out it was downloaded. I downloaded
See?
Electric
And don't tell
Ladyland.
Paul too much about that because that's his whole thing. One time, I refused to give CPR to a kid at the beach because I could tell he didn't need it, and so I just said I didn't know how.
I did something similar. Was this in Marquette too?
Yeah.
Something similar a while back. I refused to give CPR to someone because I could tell that they thought I was hot, and it would be weird.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like you're still breathing. Like you don't.
Yeah.
I could get in trouble for doing it wrong.
If you do it wrong, you go to jail. It's called Bad
Yeah.
Samaritan laws.
Yeah.
And
Paul doesn't really seem to be acting like he wants to release the stigma of lying, so we'll just allow him to keep his secrets. And
No, I have. So I have
Okay.
one I just thought of.
Let's hear
I
it.
was pulled over one time when I was 19, and police officer shined a light into my back seat, and he said, "What is that?" And I said, "It's a cane." And he said, "Does the 8-ball unscrew? And there's a sword in it?" And I said, "It's a letter opener." And he said, "That's a concealed weapon." Mm-hmm. He said, "You going to let me search your car?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Well, I'm going to take you to jail then." And he said, "You got anything else in this car you shouldn't have?" And I said, "Nope." And I had
Yeah.
a bunch of weed in the car. It's back when it was illegal.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember that reminded me of an incident that I had just recently when I was on my trip abroad. I went abroad. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. And I went to, I was in Spain. I'm not going to lie. I went to Spain, España. Mm-hmm. Jackie knows all about Spain. She's been speaking Spanish, frankly.
See.
And on the way back, going through
Spanishly.
customs. Yeah, thank you. They ask you a lot of questions. They're like, how are you doing? How are you? These sorts of things.
Right.
But then they want to know, like, are you bringing anything?
Pasa, ¿qué onda? ¿Qué
Sure.
tal?
And I'm
¿Cómo
like,
está?
yeah, I say,
¿Cómo
okay,
está
okay.
usted?
And they say, do you just want us to speak English? I'm like, yes, please. Thank
Sí.
you. Yeah, see.
La basura.
So they ask you, is there anything, are you bringing anything back in your bags? I said, no.
Right.
I did bring a few things. I bought a shirt there. They, I said, no, I don't buy anything. They said, do you have any weapons in your bag? And I said, absolutely not. And the Spanish, he was a Spaniard. They're a shifty race. And he was looking at me and he said, I don't know. Can I search your bags? I said, go right ahead there, amigo. I said.
Yeah.
And he pulls out, he's going through my bag. He's throwing around the underwear, throwing around the book. I had one book with me that I read. And he gets to the bottom of the bag. He pulls out this big sword that I bought in Sevilla. This big, beautiful sword with this beautiful engraved handle. And it was
Yeah.
wrought from the finest Spanish iron. And he's holding it. And I could tell he's gazing at it a bit lovingly. It's kind of glistening in the light. It's got a beautiful sharp point. He touches it a couple times and he says, Senor, you say you have no weapons. What is this? And I said, it's not a weapon. That's a work of art.
Mm-hmm.
I
Sí.
I was skinny
me.
dipping.
Excuse
I was skinny dipping at McCarty's Cove
Yeah.
with like 5 or 6 very attractive people, men and women.
Sure.
And I was just like sitting there smoking
Was I
weed
there?
on the beach. No. No, you were not. Neither of you were there. And I was just smoking weed and sitting in the sand, and a friend of mine said, you know you have to get naked too, right? You can't just sit here and watch us.
Yeah, that's creepy.
And I was like, well, we were hanging out before that. I
Yeah.
didn't want to stop hanging out.
Sure.
Just because I don't want to get naked, but it was like pitch black out, right?
Yeah.
So they go into the water, and I go, all right, I'll get naked, but I don't want to swim.
Yeah.
That's not skinny dipping.
Equally or more creepy. More creepy for sure.
No, it was
Nude
pitch black.
gazing.
It's cold,
is
yeah.
I
not
couldn't really
acceptable.
see them, but I did sneak some peeks, and I tell you what, under the light of the moon, them titties and
Yeah.
penises and the anuses were
Yeah. Glistening.
immaculate.
Where did you lie? What's the?
Where's the lie? Yeah.
I said that I said I'll get naked, but I'm not gonna swim.
Yeah.
But I didn't get naked.
You can't get
Oh, I see.
arrested for that.
You should have said, I don't think you understand. My shirt stays on during sex.
Yeah, it does. My shirt absolutely stays on during sex unless
Yeah.
a woman grabs it and removes it from my body.
Sure.
No,
I keep it like Velcroed to my skin.
I get cold.
But I also, like, it was, it's Marquette in the summertime at night. It's, like, not the warmest place. And I am certain that my penis was inside my body at the time.
You know, I didn't know that was a thing, and you've brought that up a few times on this podcast where specifically when you're in the Burger King drive-thru or in the car for a long time, it'll kind of invert itself.
Well, then you got to educate yourself. Do better.
When
Well,
on road
here's
trips
what
with my ex, I would just look over at her and go, in.
Yeah, and here's what I'm saying on that
and-
is
Yeah.
that I saw a TikTok today where a woman brought that up. She was like, just so everyone knows, like, this is a thing, and, like, they can make it happen. And everyone in the comments was like, oh, yeah, I figured that out, too.
You can't
Yeah,
make it happen.
turtle back in the shell. I mean, I make it happen with obesity, my choice to eat a lot.
They were saying it's like one of those plastic lightsabers or like a selfie stick where it's just like, zoop, 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 and you, like, put it back in.
Well, no, okay, I understand that. You can take, I mean, Dan,
Yeah.
confirm this. You could push on your penis right now. I'm doing it right now,
Yeah.
pushing it inside my body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know. I never knew that was a thing.
I will.
But I can't just will it to, like,
No, you have to physically
There,
do
I
it.
am. I'm
Yeah.
doing it.
I'm doing
it.
too.
Wow.
It's weird touching my privates with you guys on
Yeah,
Zoom.
you
Yeah,
can.
it smells like capers.
Yeah. That's why I didn't want to say anything. Anyway,
So
happy birthday, Jussie Smollett.
Happy birthday,
Sorry
Jussie
that
Smollett.
they put you through all this bullshit. You're literally an actor. You're just doing what society expects you to do, which is put on a great show and bring awareness to a really important cause, which is Nigerian scammers. So thank you for that. Thank you for destigmatizing lying. We all do it. It should be legal. It's crazy that it's not. Let's take a short break and listen to an ad from one of our local sponsors. Shout out to Don's Fried Rice and Jack Ryan's Lawn Mowing. Thank you for paying for advertisements. So we'll be right back.
And shout out Donald Trump.